A lot of people know me as the blind guy who climbed Everest. That's probably what I'll get pegged with for the rest of my life. But I've climbed the 7 summits, the tallest peak in every continent. Last year I kayaked the Grand Canyon, 277 miles through some pretty wild whitewater with my team. So I've been doing that since 1997. I've been making a life as an adventurer. I lost my sight at 13 years old from this pretty rare eye disease. When I went totally blind, I was headstrong, and I just didn't want to use a cane. I didn't want to learn Braille. I didn't want to do any of the things that blind people are supposed to do because I thought that would make me blind. You know, that would be accepting. And so I just fell downstairs and bashed my head open. And eventually I realized, this is crazy, I'm going to kill myself. So I had to accept. And so I learned to use these tools, and I realized that the tools that you use are the way that you connect back to the world. They're vital in every journey. The Tibetans have this quote. They say, "The nature of mind is like water. If you do not disturb it, it becomes clear." And I think about that when I'm climbing. You're trying to keep your mind clear because you've prepared for a long time and you know what to do at this point, or you really shouldn't be there. There are moments in the mountains, being blind, where the wind is hammering and it's picking you up and slamming you back against the snow or rocks, and you're thinking this would be a great time to panic, but it's not going to help you. So you have to sort of retreat into your mind and just get really quiet, and then just keep moving and powering forward. I've had people say, "Oh, you can't do that at being blind," and I'm like, "Oh yeah," and I go up and I do it. And yeah, that's great, you live through those things, but I learned from those experiences that it's not enough just to do things because you want to prove the world wrong. I mean, sometimes that's good fuel, but really ultimately what I think the most powerful engine is to be motivated by this question of what's possible. What's possible for me, and how do I push the envelope of that? And then how do I build great teams around me, and how great could I be? So I think this idea of sort of seeing yourself as a pioneer, just being motivated from within by this idea of pioneering possibilities. I think that's the greatest fuel source.
Hey YouTubers, are you looking to land your dream gig or start your own business? Well, you found the right place. You can learn from fellow entrepreneurs and peers that are embarking on their own journeys. Subscribe by clicking right here, and click on all the videos around me or the eye right here to join CNBC on the journey to make it. We're going to motivate and inspire you, but you'll have to bring the fire.